back up and running. Alright, welcome back. Back for some more Run and Bun. Continuing on with my current furthest attempt. Continuing on with the beginnings of Tate and Liza split. Yeah, today's gonna be a chill stream. I'm just trying to. There's a bunch of trainers on routes 120, 121 before getting into Lily Cove. So yeah, today we're just trying to get some progress done. Try to get as many trainers done as possible. Thankfully, most of these are not too difficult to plan. So yeah, I already got the first. This next fight planned out, so the last stream we did all the fights that were in the rain section. The rest of the fights will no longer be in rain, so we don't have to worry about accounting for that. But yeah, why don't we just go ahead, start off with this first trainer here. Should be relatively straightforward. I think there's some items along the way that didn't grab yet. Let me just double check all my stuff here. Alright, cool. So we'll go down here. Oh yeah. So first trainer right here. We can see that there's no more rain. So, yeah, why don't we go ahead and do this trainer here? Should be pretty easy. Alright, Parasol Lady Angelica. Alright, she's got Sunfisk lead. Pretty simple, we're just gonna outspeed one shot with Lee Storm to start. And at this HP, I should be baiting in the Musharna next. Perfect. Alright, so this Musharna has Calm Mind and Dark Void. But at 134 HP, it sees a guaranteed KO with Psychic, so it'll go for that. And it's holding a Culber Berry to take less damage from Dark type moves, so I'm gonna swap to my my Galitzapod to emergency exit into my Basket Legion here. Psychic. Get our free switch into Basket Legion here. Alright, and we outspeed in 2-shot with Poltergeist. And I have a Chesto Berry, right? I equipped that, right? Yeah, perfect. So yeah, Chesto Berry in case of Dark Void. Such a cool animation for Poltergeist. Alright, cool. So Psychic, perfectly fine. We'll KO with another Poltergeist. Alright, cool. Sharna goes down. This should always bring in Miss Magius next. Perfect. And right now, it sees, probably sees a KO, with Shadow Ball only. So it's gonna go for that. So, we can swap to my Obstagoon. to take no damage from the incoming Shadow Ball. Perfect. And with Guts activated, a Sucker Punch will out-prioritize and one-shot this Mismagius. Alright. And then this just leaves a Chansey. Which does have counter, but it's not holding a Focus Sash, it's holding an Eviolite. So a Guts boosted Facade will just simply one-shot the Chansey here. Alright, easy peasy. Alright, so we got one fight down. I think there's another one across the bridge here before... Yeah. So... let's go ahead and fly back and look at the next battle here. So next battle should also not be too crazy here. Yeah, let's take a look. Got Ranger Jenna next here. And we already took a look at it. I think we can just solo this with Obstagoon. Because with a Silk Scarf? Or even a Life Orb, for that matter. One. Yeah, Guts, Life Orb, Obstagoon, I think just sweeps this whole team here. There's no priority moves, it doesn't look like. Oh, but the Gothitelle does have a Focus Sash. So... unfortunately, Knockoff doesn't remove the Focus Sash. Alva, how's it going? Appreciate you dropping in the chat. Hope you're doing alright today. Alright, yeah, so I can't just simply sweep this with the Gothitelle here, so we'll have to do something else. See, I could lead Bruxish the one-shot the Dragalge, and then that would bait a fast kill with Petal Dance from the Lilligant. Let's see, which one did... What does Petal Dance do again? Does it... Confuse? Petal Dance. No, it's confuses itself. Doesn't even... confuse the opponent. So there's a few things I could swap to here. Let's see. I could swap to Sneasler on the pedal dance. Which would bait the incoming Gothitelle, which I could give it a Shed Shell to switch out on a Psychic. Which I could just use Muck to counter pretty easily. Which would then bring in a Pangoro, which I can just KO. It'll go for close combat. I can just take that out with Gliscor. Yeah, so this looks good. Yeah, Bruxish is not baiting any KOs, only from Lilligant. So, lead Bruxish to one-shot, bait Lilligant, go Sneasler, KO with Poison Jab, bait Gothitelle, give it a Shed Shell to swap to Muck, KO with knockoffs, hold a Cherry Berry in case of T-Bolt paralysis, bait Pangoro to just KO with Acrobatics. Pretty easy peasy. Alright, this looks good to me. Let's go ahead and set that up here. So we want Gliscor. We want Bruxish coming out of the box for the first time. We're keeping Sneasler. And then what was? Oh yeah, Muck. All right, that's good. And then for items. Flash T Dash, what's up, bro? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good day today. Appreciate you tuning in the chat. Let's see. What items do I need? Yeah, just a Shed Shell on Sneasler and Cherry Berry on. Cherry Berry for Muck. shell. Alright. And that should be good. Don't need any pre-damaging or anything. Let's see. Grim421, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Had a pretty busy day today. Glad to finally be getting to play some games here. Appreciate you tuning in. How's it going, Logan? How's it going, Trip? Trip, yeah, this is Pokemon, but it's a modded version of Pokemon Emerald called Run&Bun. It's considered one of the hardest modded versions of a Pokemon game. So, and we're doing a challenge of it called a Nuzlocke, where if a Pokemon faints, I can no longer use it. Currently considered one of the hardest challenges. So that's what we're doing here. Just streaming my attempt at this challenge, showing off my battles. Let's see. Trip, appreciate you saying that, bro. I hope you had a good day as well. Orlet, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. No, this is not Switch 2. This is on an emulator. Oh, cool. I play a bit of Pokemon Go as well. Are you going to be doing the Gigantamax Grimmsnarl event this weekend? Yeah, same bro. Pokemon is one of my favorite franchises. Hence why I'm playing a incredibly difficult version of it. Alright, yeah, this all should be good. Alright, have a good night, Trip. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good night's sleep. Appreciate you dropping in. Let's see, let me just give another shed shell to my... No, oh, not to you. Give it to you. Alright, but we should be fine. Let me just double check the line one more time. don't think I'm missing anything. And make sure Shed Shell, Cherry Berry. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this battle here. Alright, Ranger Jenna would like to battle. Alright, so she leads Dragalge, which we could just simply just one-shot with our Brextra Sphere with Psychic Fang. Alright, this will always bring in the Lillicants next. Perfect. He has a guaranteed KO with Petal Dance, so we are going to swap to our Sneasler to take that attack. There we go. This won't do too much. Alright, and then now we can just outspeed and one-shot with Poison Jab. Alright, so Lilligant goes down. This should always be bringing in the... what's its face? Gothitelle. Alright, and this Gothitelle does have Shadow Tag, but my Sneasler is holding a Shed Shell, so it allows me to still switch out. It's going to go for Psychic, so we can swap freely to our Muck. Yep, perfect. And this thing's holding a Focus Sash, but we can just KO it with 2 knockoffs here. It's gonna go for Thunderbolts. We have Cherry Berry in case of paralysis. Yep, perfect. Alright, and one more knockoff. We'll do it here. And this will just leave a Pangoro last. And this thing's gonna always go for close combat as its highest damaging move. So we can swap to our Gliscor to take it very well. Now we can just simply one-shot with Acrobatics. Alright, easy peasy. Cool. It's very, very nice to have some easier fights to plan for. But there is quite a few of them. So. Hey, what's up, Will? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. How are you doing today? Look at the next fight here. Ah, cool. Welcome back, Trip. Good to have you back. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna take a look at the next fight here. For Ranger Lorenzo. Alright, this fight should also not be too difficult. I do have to use the restroom though, so I will be right back. Just give me 1 sec. Alright. Back up in here. Oh, you did you had the hot pot for the first time? Yeah, it's usually pretty spicy and very brothy, so it can definitely, if you're not ready for that, it can definitely mess your tummy up a little bit, but that's cool. What did were you over for their Bible study? Ah, okay, well, you just went for it. Yeah. Hot pots are pretty yummy. Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad that you're able to go to the how was the Bible study at Van and Christine's? Alright, that's good. I'm glad it was good. Yeah, we're just streaming for a little bit tonight. Just trying to get as many battles done as I can. Let's see, for this, the Glyphsopod has first impression, so we could one-shot with Magnezone. What would that bait? Probably Mr. Mime? Kind of a tough bait there. Let's see, is there something else I could take this out with? Let's see, not really. could use Onus Star. He would bait a random move from Mr. Mime. Trip, no, I've never played Flash, but I know that's a pretty popular game right now. Let's see. The random move here is a little troublesome. Let's see, what would be a good swap from... Let's see, could Golisopod be used here? It would be random between Moonblast, Psychic, and Grass Knot. So I would have to be at... Let's see, 102 plus... minimum Grass Knot 66. So 168. Max roll Moonblast is 165. Okay, good. So I could always live the maximum damage roll. So I could get a emergency exit off. And I could go to probably Sneasler. Let me see. Let's see, Life Orb. Poison Jab just doesn't barely. Yeah, we're at 6 badges. But currently, this is the longest section of the game and the hardest, the Tate and Liza split. So, this section is gonna take quite a while, but my personal best attempt is in this split. So we are kind of close to getting a new personal best for this run. Nope, not. We're just still only 2 deaths so far, which is pretty insane. That's it's actually pretty nuts to have that few deaths at this point for this game. So yeah, our box is looking really good for being at this point in the game. Let's see, what did Apple Acid do again? Apple Acid. Yeah, it just lowers spit def. Yeah. So I think Sneasler, even if I don't get the KO, I could tank a Apple Acid. I can go for Poison Barb. I could also consider KOing the Mr. Mime with something else. I could go Arcanine. And KO with Flare Blitz. But then that would bait probably Milk Tank, which could go for Curse, so that wouldn't be good. Milk Tank would be, if I did that, that would be the same thing. Yeah, Jeremy the Carnivine never forgets his noble sacrifice. Let's see, what about Infernape? No, because after I would bait Appleton, but I think it could still go for what's this called? Iron Defense. Let me see. Yeah, defend. If I do that, then Appleton can use the Iron Defense, and that would be pretty bad. So I think Sneasler is probably the way to go here. I could always just two-shot it with Poison Jab and then KO with Close Combat after. KO the Milk Tank after Close Combat. There's no priority moves I need to worry about. Yeah, so I think this should work here. Let me see. Hardstone, Omastar can one-shot the Golisopod after a first impression. Let's see, would it ever possibly bait Body Press from Milk Tank? Let me see. It looks a little close. Let me see. Max Roll. Max Roll first impression would be 123. So 207 minus 123. That would leave me at 84. Okay, no, so it would never be Body Press. It'll always be Mr. Mime. Alright, so that's good. So the baiting is consistent here. So then I would just need for the emergency exit, I would just need to be at let's see. 102 plus 66. Yeah, 168, which I would always survive, just barely. And then outspeed 1 shot, outspeed 2 shot, outspeed 1 shot. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. And then I could just bring some backups in case anything went wrong. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and set this up here. Alright, so we need Almost Star. Put Rutgers back in there. We need Felicipod and Sneasler, which we already have in the party. And then I could probably just bring something like an Infernape for a backup here. But it should be fine. Alright, and then we can give Sneasler a what's it called? Poison Barb. Alright. And then I just need a pre-damage Felicipod to be at 168 HP. Alright, cool. That should always proc me emergency exit no matter what move Mr. Mime goes for. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Oh yeah, then I need a Heartstone for Omastar. Where is it at? Where's my Heartstone at? One of my other guys holding it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. Give that to Omastar. Cool. And just triple check that that one shot's here. Yep, sure does. Alright, this looks good. Let's go ahead and head over. Get another fight crossed off the list. Oh hey, what's up, Florence? Good to see you again. It's going pretty well. Having a chill stream, just trying to get some more battles done here. The run's going pretty well so far, gotta say. Let's see, we're down here. We did that trainer, did this trainer. So next one should be... Oh! Almost ran into it. Let's see, looks like there's... I think there's some items here I can grab. Is there an item here? No, just a dead end. It's... Cool. Alright. Let's take a look. Just triple check. Items. Hardstone. 168 HP. Glycopod. Poison Barb. On the Sneasler. Yeah, this should all be good. Let me just triple check everything one last time. You can never be too sure with this game. Yeah. This all looks to be good. Alright. Going to do this here. Alright, Ranger Lorenzo would like to fight. Alright, so he leads a Glycopod. Which has a bug gem to boost its first impression. And then it also has emergency exit, so if you get it below 50% HP, it'll swap out to another party member, which we do not want. Thankfully, Omastar holding a Hardstone can just simply one-shot with Power Gem. Because it one-shots, it won't activate the emergency exit. It will go for a first impression before because it's priority, but then we'll just simply one-shot. Yeah, so first impression. This will deal a little over half. Yep. I think that was a max roll, funnily enough. Yeah, that was a max roll. Alright, so this should always bring in Mr. Mime next. Perfect. Mr. Mime is going for a random move between Psychic, Moonblast, and Grass Knot. So I'm going to swap to my own Glycopod, who is pre-damaged to where no matter what move it goes for, it'll always proc my emergency exit. And will always have a crit, even on the highest damaging move, so... We should always get the emergency exit proc here. Yep, so there's a Psychic. We'll take that. Spit F-Top doesn't matter. Emergency exit. So we can swap to our Sneasler for free here. Alright, and now we just simply outspeed and we can one-shot with Poison Jab. Alright. This will bring in Appleton next. And this thing, pretty bulky, but we can just simply outspeed and two-shot with more Poison Jabs here. Almost a one-shot. So, Apple Acid. This won't do too much damage. But F drop perfectly fine. KO with another poison jab. Alright. And then this just leaves Milk Tank. Big, bulky Milk Tank just simply gets one shot with close combat. Alright, awesome. Alright, and there's a wider glitch there. Alright, cool. So... another fight down. And I think I'm gonna probably only do maybe 1 or 2 more fights. The next fight's a pretty interesting gimmick fight here. We got Bug Maniac Jeffrey with 3 Vivillons. Yeah, this thing does have... some of these do have life orbs, so we do need to be careful for that. So let's take a look here. Let's see, I think, yeah, all 3 of them are timid. The first 2 have focus sashes, and the last one has a life orb. And they do have Quiver Dance. So it is kind of a meme fight, but it can be troublesome if you're not careful. But I think Halucha just solos all 3 of these. Because of its dual wing beat. Sharp Beak, dual wing beat. Yeah, it's a guaranteed 1 shot. So that would work through the focus sashes. Yeah, so I think I could just solo this this whole fight with just Halucha, pretty sure. Yeah. So Halucha just clears, and I could bring some guys as backup, but I don't think I'm gonna need it in this case. Because Halucha is a speedy boy. Yeah, no, this looks good to me. Yeah, so I think this fight's actually pretty free. Halucha finally getting a chance to shine. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to, just due to the fact that it doesn't have Unburden as its ability, unfortunately. If it did have that, then it would be way better. Alright, so let me just... So I just need Sharp Beak on Halucha. can just give Chesto berries to my other guys if for whatever reason something goes wrong, but it should be perfectly fine. Because none of them have any priority moves, doesn't look like. Yeah, Air Slash, Energy Ball, Electro Web, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Psychic, Quiver Dance, Hurricane, Bug Buzz, Quiver Dance, Sleep Powder. Yeah, no, those. Looks pretty good to me. Alright. Alright, Hawlucha. Santana. Let's go ahead and do this here. Let's head down here. So, down here. Alright, so... Speaking of Jeremy, this guy is also named Jeremy. Alright, so let's save. And yeah, this should be pretty much a sweep. Just triple check. Yeah, they're all level 73, so yep, looks good. All right. Alright, Bug Maniac. Oh no, he's not Jeremy, he's Jeffrey. My bad. My bad, Jeffrey. Alright, so this guy, his whole gimmick is that he has 3 Vivillons, all with different movesets, 2 of which have focus sashes, so they can survive 1 hit. Normally, depending on your box, this could be a bit of a trickier battle, but my Hawlucha outspeeds all of them, and with dual wing beat, with a sharp beak, can one-shot all of them, and because dual wing beak hits twice, it'll KO through the focus sash. So, yeah. Hawlucha can just sweep from here. So first Vivillon goes down, and they all have different pretty looking patterns. So Vivillon number 2. It's got a pretty red, blue, yellow design here, but also goes down with dual wing beat. And then the last Vivillon, it's got a pretty, very pretty red orangish design. Looks like a primal Groudon design, but also just gets one shot. All right. Pretty easy. It feels so good to have a nice string of easy fights. Alright, so... Oh, nice, Struggle Bug. That's a good TM to have. Alright, so I think we could do one more fight here. Since that one was pretty easy. Let's just take a look here. Oh yeah, the next one is another gimmick fight. It's just 4 fossils. Yeah, so I think we could do this one pretty easy as well. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so Ruin Maniac Chip. Let's see. Got a few options for leads. Let's see. The Armaldo we can just one-shot with Flash Cannon, looks like. Yeah, it has battle armor, not sturdy. This would bait Tyrantrum for Earthquake. Which... let's see, do any of these guys have priority moves? Doesn't look like it. No. Oxide, Head Smash. Nope, yeah, so I could, after KOing the Armaldo, I can just bait Tyrantrum, go Galissapod on an Earthquake to emergency exit into Sneasler, and then I could just sweep from there. Yeah, one-shot the Tyrantrum, one-shot the Cradily, and one-shot the Arborist. No cryo moves, so yeah, it's just a clean sweep from there. Alright. Man, Sneasler is such a great encounter. I'm so glad I got this guy. And then we just need a metal coat for Magnezone here. And we don't need to pre-damage or anything. The only thing we need to pre-damage is Galissapod. So let's go ahead and situate this here. Let's get Magnezone. And Galissapod. Alright, cool. And don't need an item for Sneasler. Give Metal Coat to Magnezone. Yeah, it's guaranteed Earthquake from Tyrantrum, so I could just go... minimum Earthquake is 21. Yeah. So I could just go 102 plus 21. Yeah, I could just go 121 HP. Alright. Pre-damage. To 121. Alright, perfect. And I think that's it. Don't need any other things here. Yep, no priority moves. We are perfectly fine. Alright. This will be my last fight for this stream. It'll be a good milestone, because the fight after this is a pretty... I already know, it's a pretty tricky fight, so I'd rather have more time to plan for that one. I'm getting pretty sleepy, so... down here, beat these guys, and then got the hiker here. Alright, triple check items here. Metal coats, 121, no item. Triple check the line. This all looks good. Alright. Let's go and do this here. Alright. Ruin Maniac ship. Would like to fight. So this guy's gimmick is he just has some fossils, fossil Pokemon, starting off with Armaldo, which wants to set up Stealth Rocks, but we just simply outspeed and one-shot with Flash Cannon here. Doesn't have Sturdy, so don't have to worry about that. So Armaldo goes down. This should always bring in Tyrantrum. Perfect. It sees that it guaranteed outspeeds and one-shots with Earthquake. So I'm going to pivot through my Gliscopod to emergency exit into Sneasler on the guaranteed Earthquake. Yep, perfect. Emergency exit. Bring in Sneasler for free. And from here, we're going to sweep the whole rest of the team with close combat, since they are all rock types. Tyrantrum goes down. Yeah, but none of them have any priority moves, so we can just KO down the line. Next up will be Cradily. Also gets one shot by close combat. And then finally is Auroras, which just gets absolutely demolished by 4 times effective close combat. Alright. Easy peasy. Alright, that is some good progress for today. Let me see here. I think I get access to the items to the left here. I shouldn't trigger that ninja boy battle. If I do, I'm just gonna closet. I'm calling it now. But yeah, we're fine. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, this is the natural gift tutor. What do we got here? Pondu berries. These are fallout berry, and kelpie berry. Have no idea when I would use those. We gotta get some more citruses here. It's actually really good. My citrus luck has been very poor so far. I think the rolls are from 12 to 36. So we need a good roll to offset some of the poor luck I've had here. Let's see here, pineapple berry. Cornberry. Just some Poke Block ingredients. Mysel berries. Oh, ups accuracy. Interesting. Oh, not citrus. Durin berries. Oh, well, that was a bait. Thought those were citrus. And we get a Altarionite. And a big nugget. Alright, cool. We do get a chance at an Altaria in the next route, so we do get access to Mega Altaria if we encounter that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap there for now. I think we got about 5 fights done, which is pretty good. Alright, nice little stream for today. Appreciate everyone who came and tuned in. I'll see you when I have the time to stream again. A little bit more busier lately, so try to stream what I can, but yeah, hope everyone has a good night, and I'll see everyone in my next stream.